Yo, 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 what is up YouTube, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be doing another tier list, and it will be a Final Fantasy 14 online job tier list. So without further ado, go ahead, roll the intro, and we'll get right into it. Okay, now that we're back, let's go ahead and get started right in this mother. Okay, so the first job up on the block is Astrologian. Now, I have limited experience with this job, but if we're just going for everything, the aesthetics, the utility, the damage, the healing capabilities, the Astrologian, to me, is one of the top tiers. I'm gonna put it at A for now because later on we're gonna go through and we're gonna change things. Now, the Bard. Bard, being more of a utility range DPS, is the one that kind of sets the standard for me. Yes, I know there's the Dancer. Yes, I know all that. But to me, the Bard just kinda is mediocre. Its damage is good, its utility is amazing, its aesthetics for the class is amazing, but if we're just talking about, like, it could do a little more damage. I feel like if you're wanting to bring a lot of utility and a little bit of damage, then the Dancer ultimately performs slightly better in my mind. I know, looking at numbers and everything, I believe as of now the Bard is a little ahead, but I might be wrong on that. I haven't checked on the current numbers for today, and but for now we'll put the Bard as a B. We will go back and refine the list after we place them all where we initially think, so don't worry about where they're sitting now. This is just in my head right now where I think they should sit. And here we go with the Black Mage. Personally, the Black Mage is one of the stronger classes, so it makes me want to instinctively put it at an S tier. Its aesthetics are really good too. It usually has really good, cool looking gear, but it brings nothing other than that, and there you sit there, so it's not very fun to play either. Like, later on when you're in, like, in-game content, it's one of the harder jobs to be the best at. What I mean by that is there's a skill ceiling, and it's massive. It's hard to get to the top of it. It's not something you could just easily, like, oh, I'm Black Mage, the skill ceiling's this high. This is good, but there's amazing. But with that being said, for me, if I was to make a static group with these jobs, I think I would have one Black Mage, but I feel like I would have a Summoner, Samurai, and my ranged DPS would probably be a Dancer. So with me going with that, I don't incredibly value the Black Mage as is. And then we got the Blue Mage, which you can't do any real in-game content with. You can't do a static, you can't do rage, it's ultimately just a class to play single player in. And since single player class, it will stay where a single player class stays. And now we have the Dancer. Much like the Bard, brings amazing utility. And the aesthetics of Bard, or not Bard, Dancer, makes it an A tier. But personally, I think I would put them on the same level for now. I think a lot of the ranged DPSs are gonna be on B for now because I need to lay them out to see where I would ultimately put them. But with that being said, we'll continue on. And now we have the Dark Knight, the darkest and emoest of all. The old school, I listen to Black Veil Brides, hardcore, Knives and Pins. That's my favorite album. Boy. And ultimately, I'd put him A tier. Great damage, fun to play, but he just isn't the greatest. It's a fun class to play. Very fun. Like, if out of all these classes I've placed up here for beginners, I think it's the easiest in a way, in my opinion. And I know tanking hardcore in-game gets to be hard. You have to learn positions, you have to learn everything. But if we're just talking about just getting through the story, Dark Knight is a fun class to play. You tank, get quick Q procs. It's easy to me. Dragoon. Now, this one's gonna be a little bit iffy, but I'm gonna put Dragoon on B. Dragoon, yes, it got a buff. Yes, it does good damage. Yes, it's really fun to play. Yes, it's fast paced. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it has great aesthetics. I can't get over how many times I've seen somebody get stuck in animation and get wiped on that. I think, yes, I'm not in a hardcore static. Yes, I'm not currently with the newest content. I'm not playing with I don't do savages all the time. So for me, and also, if I'm just being real with you, I'm playing a new character trying to redo the whole story and catch up before the new expansion comes out. So I haven't hardcore dived in any in-game content. So the Dragoon, to me, what I've seen in like little duty raids, duty roulette, and all that, the people just don't understand that once you're in the air, you're in the air. You are going to floor tank everything is this class. But I guess with the recent buffs, it is an A tier. I'm gonna put it as A tier because I'm gonna black out all the just like new people playing Dragoon because they like the aesthetics. Because it really does look really cool as class. Even its Hades gear that just got shown or is out it's amazing. It's one of the better Hades gear, honestly. The Bard's got really good Hades gear too. Black Mage, its Hades gear kind of just like a ball on top of a staff. Teaches all Paladins really got a good one. Gunbreaker. Everybody's favorite class from Shadowbringers, I feel like. Or not everybody's. I feel like people that played Final Fantasy, what was it? Not 7, 9 or 8. One of the older or better Final Fantasies, that is. Might be Final Fantasy 10. I have to fucking actually think about it. But back to everybody loves a sword that is a gun. They even used it in characters in the original Realm Reborn story. It does great damage, but just lacks the utility of a tank. The way tanking goes now, it's usually a paladin mixed with a warrior, or a paladin mixed with a dark knight or gunbreaker. Paladin is the for sure, well, great utility, great damage, best tank boy. And all the others, like you can run a dark knight and warrior and all that, but I think it's just about how you group them for me. I don't think you'd ever go, oh, let's go gunbreaker and warrior. You don't really have the best of tanking. Although with the new update, you can be a warrior and there is the opportunity to self-heal yourself pretty well in dungeons and raids. I feel like in raids you'll probably still need healing from your healers, but you got a little bit more self-sustain than others. Machinist. With Machinist, like I said, I'm gonna put all range DPS on B just because I don't know how I feel about them. Personally, I have limited experiences on these jobs just because I'm not a fan of... I haven't, being honest, I've only dived into Dancer this much. There's not much else. Machinist, very little experience. Bard is probably the one I have the most experience with. But I'm going to keep him on B and we'll come back to him. Ninja. Ninja offers some great abilities and some buff, or like a buff. And he's good, and his his damage and everything recently has been good. I'd put him as an A tier, but this is kind of the job where I don't have all that expertise on. So I'm just going to set it A tier because it looks like where it'd be with the charts and everything. But as of now, we still have no S tiers. But looking down here, I see a good bit of S tiers coming. Like, speaking of one, it's right here. The Samurai. I would definitely put the Samurai as S tier. Now that I bring that up, I might as well just bring it up. Samurai brings the best damage in the game. Hands down. The Samurai is deadly. It's a DPS you probably will always see in a static. It's deadly. But with that being said... Wait, this is Ninja. That's Monk, isn't it? Yeah, this is Monk. Yeah, if I'm correct, this is Monk. I got these completely ass backwards. But they're both on the same tier. I put them A tier. The Monk, to me, could probably use a little bit more in its kit. Maybe they need to iron it out a little bit more. I know they were going to, or they did do a little bit to it in 5.5. But I think it's too early to tell with the numbers how well everything's affected all jobs. So honestly, this whole list is not just trash. It's a good starting point, but we need more numbers. But if I'm being honest, I'd put it on B and leave Ninja up there. Ninja to me is better than Monk. Monk is a hard class to play. It is good, has a good ceiling, but it's hard to achieve the A tier. I feel like most people that play that class will be a B tier. And I feel safer putting it as a B tier than A tier. Paladin, best tank boy. That's all you gotta say. Tanks, damages, good for fast clears, good for everything. There's not a thing that the Paladin can't do that your team won't want or need. Red Mage. I've played a lot. I have a character that just mains Red Mage. I haven't brought it up to the current content because I've been playing on this new one. But this was the class I'd always play. Why? Because it has a Resurrect. And with constant quick cast and all that setup, I'm putting Red Mage A tier. Or S tier. I think there's a argument to be made about whether it should be an S tier or an A tier. But to me, that it's statics. It's cool class, fun class, pretty self-forward, easy to learn, the high skill ceiling, but not the hardest to achieve. Its Resurrect is very valuable when your healers go down. Can single-handedly bring a team back. It is a good job. It's a good job. That's all I gotta say. That job right there, Red Mage, it's good. Now we got Scholar. To me, since I've been playing Scholar, S tier. I hate it. I hate playing this job. But I know reasonably it's not an S tier job. It's not. It's not. All healers are pretty good. It's a B tier to me. I can't... Just because I've played it and I'm not a fan of it is the problem right here. And honestly, with it being so close to Astrologian, I'd put Astrologian with this patch all the way up here. I know the numbers right now show it's an S tier, and I know when we started this video, I put it A. But with me putting Scholar at B, I just feel like they're too close, and there is a noticeable gap to me. I feel like Astrologian to me means probably the best healer in the game right now. I know the White Mage is safe pick, but while we're on the topic of White Mage, I think the White Mage is it's A tier. It's easiest healing job to play. It's got great damage, but I think my S tiers are like the another level of what you want in your statics and in your raids right now, and I feel like this is the standard. But Summoner, yes, it used to be one of the strongest. It was up there with Samurai, but I'm gonna put it in A tier. It's a good job. If you can get to be one of the better summoners, you could definitely be an S tier. It has the capabilities of being an S tier job. With that being said, its rotation is one of the harder rotations, in my opinion. I've tried it. I like the class. It's fundamentally cool. But it has one of the harder skill ceilings. If you can hit it, it definitely is amazing. But I just think it's one of the harder jobs to play. It's got so many dots you gotta keep up. Its rotations, it's got a long rotation considering. I haven't tried that hard to play it. But with that being said, I'm more of like a tank healer. DPS is, yes, I like playing Dragoon. I like playing Red Mage. I like playing Bard. But to me, I feel Summoner can stay A tier, and if you are capable as a player to make it an S tier, it is an S tier. So it would be an A plus, but the capability, or it's an A with the capability of S. Now we're on the final job, and as of now, we have not moved anything to the S tier, but we still have to revise this list a little bit. Marauder. No, it is Marauder. That's Warrior. What am I doing? Warrior. The Warrior class. Has the potential with this patch to be S tier. It really does. And I'm gonna make it an S tier. I strongly believe that with this patch, it's an S tier job. With this, it is an S tier job. I do think there's an argument to be made that it should be an A tier. But I think it's better than the Dark Knight. To me, it's better than the Gunbreaker. And I feel like everything points it to be an S tier. I'm not a big fan of its class weapon. I don't know why they chose... I know why they chose Axe. But I feel like it could have been a cooler job than that. But that's for another day. But now it is time to get into the rearranging this list. And if we're going by what I think we have the opportunity to bring Bard up, bring Dancer up to utility, but keep Machinist at B because it doesn't really have utility. It has better damage, but doesn't have any real utility for the team. But this is my thing. If I was to do just simple looks, it's an S tier. I like the way that job looks. It's Hades, or not Hades gear. One of its newer gears looks amazing, but ultimately it just doesn't have the utility. I will leave Scholar at B. I do think if you play the job, it's hit or miss. I do not care for the job. I personally have learned that I'm not a big fan in healing recently. It feels like, not that it's hard, it just feels like some people want more damage from their healers, but they also love tanking hits, and it's like, I can't let you die, because if you die, we have a problem. And that's probably just like new players not being very well into the game on like rotations, all this, all that, and just tanking hits. But I do need to get myself into static. I also do need to get this new character up to current content as well, which is why right after this video is done being made, I will be streaming on my YouTube channel, because we have left Twitch. It's a thing in the past, and now we're here to stay. We are here to stay on YouTube. So with the tier list being done and all that, this is going to be the final tier list of me. I think the S tier jobs are where they belong. I do think I need to transition my new character over to a tank because I'd rather play a tank. I just don't know a tank yet. I would want to play DPS, but the Q time is trash on DPS. Trash. I can't get over that. But this is the tier list. Voila. Just be sure to, if you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check out my YouTube streams. We will be streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is the stream schedule. Videos uploaded on this channel are Wednesday and Sunday. Looking to probably implement more streams since now my YouTube is where I stream. So I'll probably start doing some Monday streams, maybe something like that, or maybe upload a Monday video. I don't think I'm going to upload more than 2 videos a week just because I feel like I need to put more time in my content and form a better content that I'm proud of. But with that being said, I am very appreciative with my last tier list video, and that's kind of what's led me to do this tier list video. It seems like I'm banging out these tier list videos and they perform a lot better, but we're not gonna do that many. I do have one more tier list planned, and it is the best waifu tier list. I was gonna record that today, but ultimately I thought maybe I should put that one on the back burner. I want to learn some more editing tricks before I full-fledged release that one. I want that one to be the best tier list I make. But I've kept y'all here long enough, and without further ado, have a good day and see you next time.